Most tenor lines right now are trying to use snare sticks to create different color, different sound. Some of it is clarity or balance, how that relates to the snares. And at the Cadets, when I write, I like to use the snare sticks to create a different sound, a different color. But the problem that I've run into is when we need to go to something that is more technical, we need to put rests in there to get the tenor mallet sound. And so I thought, why not try to put the stick and the tenor mallet together and develop some kind of tenor stick mallet that it feels and plays like a tenor mallet, but sounds like a snare stick. And so I came up with what I call the tenor hybrid.
My name is Andrew Barlow. I'm with the Cadets Quad line, also known as the QB. And this summer we've been experimenting with this new stick and mallet from Vic Firth that Tom produced. It feels like a mallet, the handle part does, but it's very light and more articulate with faster rhythms and singles. And we sure do enjoy it here at the Cadets. And we've been testing it out ever since the winter. And it's gotten better every time they send us a new pair, and it's gonna be a keeper. It's not as heavy as the mallet, so you can move around the drums quicker and play faster diddles, and we like it.
The idea about designing this tenor mallet stick was, if you start with the back part and you pick up the stick or the mallet, it's like picking, and it feels like a tenor mallet in the back, and you can see how it kind of has that taper right here. It's a little bit thicker. It's almost like the rubber grip of a tenor mallet. The next part of the stick or the mallet is like a snare stick. So if you're playing rim shots, you still can get that kind of timbali kind of sound with the rim shots. The bottom part for me was about the weight. When you pick up a pair of snare sticks and you play on the tenors, the weight is distributed evenly throughout the stick. On a tenor mallet, when you pick up a pair of tenor mallets, there's more weight on the bottom. So this part here and the actual tip, for me, was more about the balance and the weight. So as you're playing it, still has that feel like a tenor mallet, but now what's coming off the drum is the snare stick sound or articulation. I've been involved in the indoor activity for a lot of years, and we do use different types of tenor mallets. And I think that this tenor hybrid is going to be a great addition to the indoor. You're not going to have the weight as far as the volume. You're going to be able to get a clear, more articulate sound with this. But again, players don't have to transition and get a different feel. You know, when you go from sticks to mallets back and forth, sometimes it takes a while to get used to playing with a mallet again, or gets used to playing with a stick. This summer, when we prototyped these mallets or sticks and we gave them to the kids, my whole idea was to have the kids or the performers use this hybrid mallet instead of the snare stick. And what it has turned into is we actually now use this tenor hybrid throughout the entire show, with some of the faster tempos and trying to achieve easier clarity. And you don't have to work as hard as a player. These tenor hybrids work way better than tenor mallets.